and welcome to this brief overview of LIS 7491 Data Analytics. What I'd like to share with you is reasons for why you may want to consider this course. Some of the reasons include setting yourself apart, as you'll be using leading-edge tools and techniques. This will help make you more competitive for managerial jobs, as you'll have better decision-making skills. They'll help you compete for research jobs in academic institutions, as you will be working with leading-edge software for social network analysis. You'll understand the among, the ideas of information broker, the ideas of organizational structure. This will also help you in quantitative techniques, as you learn about decision making, you learn about regression, you learn about various quantitative techniques. This will help you compete for analytic jobs in government, so that you can, or even in special libraries, so you can, for example, scan emails and understand the linkages of where and what is going on. So various elements to help you with both the quantitative as well as the social network analysis. Thank you very much for the time. I hope you enjoy this tour of online LIS 7491 Data Analytics. Hello, and welcome to this overview of LIS 7491 Data Analytics. As we start our tour, the first thing you notice is that we have a secure sign-on. The idea behind this is that we're going to use all the tools that we learn throughout our program. In any tool that we use in the program, we'll try to incorporate into our online usage here as well. So, to begin with, what does an online course look like? To start with, you'll notice there are menu options across the top. You'll notice at the bottom there's also menu options. Along the right side, you can see the various topics that we will cover in the course. The first part of the course, and then the second part of the course. So as we go on the home page, we have definitions for the various terms that we'll be covering. We have links to the various tools and listing of our competitors. These are competitors that offer similar courses to this, so that you can see how I rate versus my peers. If during the week there's related material for you to look at, they're linked and placed here. If there are information links to help you understand the material better, they're listed here. So let's go back and look at a sample week. If we went into week 2, where we wanted to get started, you would see along the side the chapters that we'll be covering and talking about. On each week, there's video. The video is to help you start to think about the material during the week. The purpose then is to get you to think through some additional concepts. As we move on, in later sections and in later material, we'll bring in our guest speakers. So part of what we're trying to do is to help you develop your skills using this online course so that you can compete for any job. Additionally, what you start to see is as we go across, the additional multimedia concepts provide slides. The interesting thing is, while the slides are here and you can move through this PowerPoint slides, you can also easily right-click and install it on your computer. So you do not have to be connected while you watch the lectures. All the lecture material can be downloaded and you can use all of the material offline. This is true for both the video lectures and for the PowerPoint slides. You can then as we go through and cover the various topics, let's go back to our home page and take a look at some of the things we'll be talking about. So what is this online data course? Two parts. Part one is the online social networking sites. We'll start to analyze the among. We'll start to look and see how various sites work. The second part, we will look at analytics from the attributes of the specific user, or if you will, we'll look at decision techniques and statistical techniques. Let's jump to the first part. If we look, for example, using our tools, you'll see we can, and this example is very small, but we can start to see in a network who is information brokers, who controls and provides insights. We can continue on and, for example, look at the U.S. Senate data and how people voted. If you quickly note, there are clusters, as you would expect. But what jumps out is the individuals that become the linkers or the power brokers or the bringing things together. They're the brokers of information. So you can start to generate insights. We'll talk about our own website. And you can see these linkages as we start to build who links to this LIS website. Who does this LIS link to? Now it looks very confusing as we start to look through this, but we have the ability to filter out. And we can start to filter out and say we only want to look at more than 11 links to us, or more than 11 links of us to them. And you start to see a very few schools that we link to and that link to us. You can start to then build your conclusions and to work on various topics. The second part of the course, we will take a break and we will move to virtually Hawaii. And we'll be working with the Kahana. So we'll be working with the managers at the Kahana to help them generate insights using quantitative tools. So what we have, my hope is, as we went through this quick tour, that you have an idea of what an online course looks like, and in particular what you should expect to see out of LIS 7491 data analytics. Thank you for watching.